Hello viewers, in this virtual class we are going to look at word problem leading to linear equations. Okay, on some occasions questions are given in mathematical sentence, and we will be asked to to resolve such problems. So that's what we're going to look at in this class. What are the necessities that we need to understand in this class is for us to know the steps on how to resolve question of this nature. The first thing you do, given word problem, you must choose an alphabet to represent the unknown in the question. That's the first thing you do. And the next step, you have to form mathematical and algebraic equation from the sentence given. Then thereafter you resolve the equations and determines the unknown in the question. So here the first question before us is that the sum of two numbers is 40 when 3/4 times the larger number is subtracted from 5.5 times the smaller number. The difference is minus 25. Find the two numbers. Now the first thing you do here, like I said, you see let the smaller number be let's assume is A. Then if the smaller number is A, because they said the sum of them is this, if the smaller number is A, then the bigger number will be 40 minus A. So if the smaller number is A, so for you to get the other number will be 40, the total minus the smaller number's share. And they said that 3 when 3/4 times the larger number is subtracted from this. That is to say, here is 5.5 of the smaller number subtracted from this minus 3/4 of the larger number, 40 minus A. This is A minus A is equals to minus what? 25. So we'll be able to, this time the smaller number 3/4 times the larger number, if the difference between them is minus 25, then find the numbers. So here we change this one to improper fraction. This become 5 times 2, 10 plus 1, 11. It become 11A over 2. Here 4 times 3 is 12 plus 1, 13. That will become 13 over 4, open bracket, 40 minus A is equals to minus 25. So this is a fraction now. And what do we need to do here? We'll clear this fraction by multiplying through by the LCM. And the LCM of these two fractions is fraction is 4. So we'll multiply by 4. So here with 4 times 11A over 2 minus 4 times 13 over 4, open bracket, 40 minus A, close our bracket, 4 times minus 25. Quickly here, 2 in 4 is 2. 4 will go with 4. And here, 2 times 11A, that will give us 22A, minus 13 times 40. 13 times 40, that will give us minus 5. 130 times this is 0, 2, minus 5, minus 520, plus 13A is equal to 4 times minus 25 give us minus 100. Okay, now 13A plus 22A, that will give 35A. Here this minus 520 will move to this side and become 520 minus 100. Okay, 520 minus 100, and here 35A, this will give us 420. So what the next step is, we multiply both sides by the additive inverse of multiplicative inverse of 35. That is 35 times 1 over 35 over 1 over 35, and here the value of a here will become 5 here is 7, 5 here is 5 is 40 is 84, and 7 in 84 is 12. So here the smaller number is 12, then the larger number will become 40 minus 12, and that will give us 28. Okay, that is for that answer. That's number 2. They say the sum of two numbers is 83. The sum of two numbers is what? 83. If one of the number is more than the other, find the two numbers. Now, if we assume that one of the number is x, then the other number will be x plus what? 7. That's the meaning. So we say let the number be x, let one of the number be x, the other number will be x plus 7. They say the sum, that is the next step, is the sum. What will be the sum? It means x plus 7 is equals to 83. So s plus s, that will give 2x plus 7 is equals to 83. The next step we say add minus 7 to both sides, and if we do that, here becomes 2x plus 7 minus 7 is equals to 83 minus 7. So 7 minus 7 is off. 2s is equals to 76. So that we divide both sides by 2. So s become 76 divided by 2. S will become 38. So if s is 38, the other number is s plus 7. That means it's going to be 38 plus 7. That will give us 45. So if we add this to this, we see that it's going to give us 83. So to check that our answer is correct. Then the last question here, number 3 question here, it says Joel is twice as old as Peter. Okay, and Peter is 5 years older than James. If the sum of their ages is 63, how old are they? This question we must be very careful. So we must start from the youngest. You see, Peter Joel senior Peter, but Peter is 5 years older than James. So James is the smaller, so we must start from the smallest person there. So we say let James, James age be D years. So if James is D years, and they said Peter is 5 years older than James, so Peter age, Peter's what? Peter what age will become D plus 5. That is James age plus 5 years. Okay, and they say, and Joel is twice as old as Peter. Joel is equals to 2 times Peter's age. Times Peter's what? Age. Okay. Now this will enable us to move on. So here we can say Joel age is 2 and Peter's age is what? Is D plus 5 years. 5 years. Okay, with this we can now move on. And they said the sum of their ages is 63. So we begin to arrange James plus Peter plus Joel is equals to 63. So James is D, Peter is D plus 5, Y Joel is 5 is 2 open bracket D plus 5 all equals what? 63 years. So we D plus D here, this is 2D plus 5. 2 times D, open this bracket, this becomes 2D. 2 times 5, that will give us 10, is equals to 63. So 2D plus 2D, that gives 4D. 5 plus 10, that will give us plus 15, is equals to 63. Okay, as you can see here, we need to look for the additive inverse of 15. So we say add, the additive inverse of plus 15 is minus 15. Add minus 15 to both sides. So that we have a 4D plus 15 minus 15 is equals to 63 minus 15. So 4D is equals to 63 minus 15. This is 8. 5 here is 48. So this will give us 48. We multiply both sides by 1 over 4. 1 over 4 times 4D is equals to 1 over 4 times 48. So D is equals to 12. That means James' age, James is 12 years. Okay, let's find Peter's age. 12 plus 5. So that is James. I know James is equals to D. Then Peter's age is 12 plus 5. That will give us 17 years. Then next is Joel. Joel is 2 times Peter's age. That means 2 times 17. That will give us 34 years. So if you add all of them together now, you see that eventually we're going to arrive at 63. Okay, this is how to tackle word problem leading to linear equation. So, we'll continue from here. We'll take more questions in our next class. Have a nice time.